Welcome, my name is Colleen Tauke and I'm a sewing specialist here at Fonson Porter. In this Quilting Quickly tutorial, I'm going to show you how to put together pieces for the quilt called Delightful Spooks. If you'd like to purchase this pattern, please visit our website and you can get it there. We're going to be creating a wonderful holiday quilt here. You could use pre-cut 2.5-inch strips to create any kind of genre quilt with this. The hexagon is very popular. We're not going to be creating whole hexagons, but we're going to make half hexes and make this a very simplified design. So what we've got here is 2.5-inch pre-cut strips of some wonderful prints, and then we're adding in some solids or semi-solids just to kind of give the eye a place to rest and have fun with the colors. So from those 2.5-inch strips, we're going to pair up pieces. Got a couple of pieces here. You're going to be using the entire full width. I've got kind of partials here so that this one's full width, but I've got a partial one here because we can't stretch all the way across the sewing center. But you would join together two fabrics, different colors. It can be two prints, it could be two solids, or a print and a solid. Designer's choice at this point. Put those together and create a whole bunch of strip sets. So you're going to get really good at creating the strip set. Make sure you take the time to press to one side. Here I've got a portion of a strip set ready to go. Seam allowance is pressed in one direction. And then we're going to be using the Fonson Porter 60-degree pyramid ruler. And I've got it here on the ironing center. It is set up so that we can cut pieces or pyramid shapes off of either a strip set or just a simple straight strip. And it has different markings on it. Down the center, it will tell you what in the yellow dot, what the finished unit size is. And down the side, or the diagonal of the pyramid, it will tell you the strip width that corresponds to it. So you can say that if you were to go in and use a 4-inch strip, your finished pyramid size would be 3.5 inches. So it gives you some really great information there. Has a diagram and how those are placed, or how you cut even on the ruler. So it's not that you're going to misplace the instructions, it's right there. So we're going to take this ruler, we're going to use that strip, I'll lay it up here. The ruler itself has a blunted tip, and that will go along the top edge of our strip set. The strip set is actually 4.5-inch finished here. So we're going to lay the 4.5 line, the bottom of our strip set, and then we can go in and cut pieces. You're going to be yielding 12 of these pyramid shapes from each of your strip sets. And just come in and cut like this so that I cut from a safe angle. I'm going to flip it around. The nice part about once you get started is that first cut is made, you should be able to go right down your strip set and cut all the pieces quite quickly. So this is waist. Now I've got an angle already there, so I can lay my ruler back on the 4.5-inch mark of strip. Make sure that blunted tip is in the right position. Cut here. Then just keep moving down. And I want to cut one more because you're going to notice that my pieces now are made up of different fabrics in different places. You'll notice these two match, whereas this piece and the next one, every other, are going to match. It's important because if you're cutting 12 off of the entire strip set, you're going to put them into groups of 3 that match. So we would put these into one group and these into another. I've got a few already to go here. So we have 1, 2, 3 that match. And what we want to do is create this half hexy shape. And I'm putting all of the blunted tips up here together, so we know we have it positioned properly. And we're going to go in and put right sides together. You can pin if you like. It's up to you what your comfort zone is. You're going to come in and do a 1/4-inch seam allowance and stitch that first seam. Let me get it going here. And cut thread. That's the first join. Then we're going to take and put the next piece on. in this manner. I'm just going to finger press these to one side, and I'll take it to the iron at the very end. And 1/4 inch seam again. This is kind of a production line now because as you grouped like pieces together, threesies you might want to call them, if you had them stacked next to you, you could just put 2 together, then put the 3rd on, then take the next stack, put 2 together, put the 3rd on, and work your way down through, creating a whole bunch of half hexies at once. Press this seam allowance, and we've created half a hexie. Now, do remember that going to the ironing board is an important step. You want to make sure that you open your seams all the way out. The idea is that this becomes a very straight edge, and if your seam allowances aren't opened all the way, you won't get that nice straight edge here, which becomes quite evident that you need it to be straight in just a minute, and in one moment you'll see. Okay, they're going to go back and forth. You're going to follow the diagrams in our pattern, and it'll show you how to put the half hexies into lines like this. Now, if I put this one here, you'll notice that as I make the second row, I'm going to create the other half of my hexagon. And then this one could go here, but if I don't like the colors together, I may do another variation and hold him for later as I go around my design board and make my pattern. Because I would finish this hexie. If this is the top edge, he won't get finished. He'll only be a half hexie. As I make the next row, I'll find its matching threesome and put it on the other side to create the hexagon there. Now, as I create those rows, and I've got, I'll put this back, I guess, on there. What I want to show you really quick is that at the very end, you're going to be straightening the outer edge left and right of your quilt. So you're going to be trimming along here. Remember that when you put your ruler on, let me grab a ruler really quick, it's underneath, that when you are trimming this outer edge, imagine you have a 1/4 inch seam allowance and you want to make sure that you're outside of that. You're going to be trimming off this, and the diagrams show you how to trim that so that you create a nice straight outer edge. This is a great way to use 2.5 inch pre-cut strips and the Fons & Porter 60-degree pyramid ruler. If you'd like to see more of our videos, please visit our website. Thanks for joining me today.